like we're starting with a one-man show here. Hello, Spartan Nation. Here we are for some end-of-season action as the East Long Meadow Spartans will take on the Holyoke High School Knights. Holyoke High jumps out to the early 3-0 lead with the first basket of the game. They'll open up in man-to-man defense. Marino takes it around the corner, looks for Brielle Clark. Clark looks to move the ball to Stevens. Stevens goes to the basket. No basket. Ball's tied up there for a held ball. Alternating possession will go to East Long Meadow. Marino inbounds to Clark. Clark goes up over the top. Nothing doing there. Marino looks to inbound. She's got the ball there to Clark. Clark looks to go over the top to Stevens. Stevens goes near side to Gosselin. Gosselin looks to drive the ball into the paint, tries to go up. A lot of contact, no call, and Holyoke rebounds. Holyoke brings the ball up, looks to break the pressure, goes quickly on the ball fake. Number 5 goes up to the basket, through and in. Out of bounds, ball will stay with Holyoke. Holyoke will retain possession going in. Ball is fought for there. Foul called against East Long Meadow. I believe number 4, Eve Butler, on the foul. 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. The lead remains 3-0 Holyoke as the Knights bring the ball over midcourt, looking to find a seam in the Spartan defense. Move the ball around the perimeter. Ball moves there again. Into it. The ball goes to the post, back out to the near corner. Ball is up and short. Holyoke gets the rebound, puts it right back in for a 5-0 advantage. Marino runs the point, gives the ball to Clark. Clark looks to find a cutting Stevens. She does, and rebounded again by Brielle. Brielle double team there, moves the ball to Marino. Has a good look from the top of the arc. Banks in the 3. 5.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. East Long Meadow trails 5-3. Ball screen set just at the high post. Ball goes to the far corner. Doesn't draw anything, and Emma Gosselin chases down the rebound. Marino gives instructions from the top of the arc. Ball knocked away by a Holyoke defender on a good aggressive play to jump the passing lane and swing into that particular route. Marino looks to find an inbound, broken up by a Holyoke defender. Stevens goes to a cutting Butler to the middle. Butler knocked down there and takes the ball to keep it going through. Butler goes to the line, shooting 2. Butler rattles in the first. And sends home the second as well. The game is tied up 5-5. Penetration from the Knights. all the way to the basket, but no conversion on the bucket. Foul against Emma Gosselin, and Holyoke will go to the line, shooting 2. First one rolls around and out. Holyoke substitution. Changes on the line for the alignment. Second shot will be up. And it's good. 6-5 Holyoke advantage. Ball goes to Clark in the corner. Nice ball fake, goes in, up and off the glass. Well done. Nicely operated there. Spartans lead 7-6, taking their first lead of the ball game. Holyoke operates along the perimeter, a long 3, and misses the mark. East Longmeadow will inbound under the basket after that miss. Marino brings the ball up to the far side. Screen from Clark. Ball goes through there. And we'll have Holyoke clear the rebound going through. Gosselin and Stevens combined for the steal. Gosselin goes in and converts the layup. 9-6 East Longmeadow. Marino provides pressure coming over midcourt as Holyoke will reset their offense there. A lot of action in the high post, away from the ball. No penetration possible. Holyoke plays good ball. That should be an over and back violation. Holyoke lets it go as Gosselin picks it up. And East Longmeadow will possess. Wholesale changes for the Spartans. 5 out, 5 in. Knowles, Beek, Reed, Vino, and Blaze checking into the game, with Stevens, Gosselin, Clark, Marino, and Butler checking out. So Beek will look to inbound. Ball goes screening across, good work. The ball gets into Kendall Reed. Reed goes outside to Knowles. Knowles looks to penetrate, goes all the way into the basket. Fought for there. Rebound, Holyoke comes up with it. And East Longmeadow has to get back in transition. Get back and find the... Yep, good job. Don't see the call of carry very much in today's game, and there was a carry called there against Holyoke. The ball will be turned over to East Longmeadow. Knowles will run the point with Beek set up on the other wing. The ball goes out to Grace Blaze, takes a good look at the basket, takes it in, up and over, rebounded by Reed. Reed looks to reset. She has a cutter going through, goes up and over the top. Has Vino inside, looks to go screen there. Ball goes over to Reed. He had a cutter. Oops. Ball is stolen away by the Knights. Nope, reclaimed by East Longmeadow. Shot clock doesn't reset. The Spartans have about 16 seconds. Kendall Reed down momentarily. And trainer will go out, as does Coach Gary. We'll take a break momentarily while Kendall Reed is tended to. We hope it's a minor injury. With 2:48 left in the first quarter, East Longmeadow 9 and Holyoke 6. Okay, and Reed is laughing. That's a good sign. Up and off under her own power. Hopefully a bruise, and she'll be good to go. So, Reed's spot will be taken by Jill Stevens. East Longmeadow will inbound. Under the basket extended. It'll be Caitlin Beek to inbound. Ball goes inside to Vino, who goes back out to Beek. Beek gets a good look, goes up, tipped by Stevens. That's a foul right there. She got elbowed in the face. Wow, that's a tough call. That's a tough call. Vino scraps for it, elbowed in the face, and goes down for the count. Holyoke looks to work on the perimeter, tries to gain some access. Knowles with the defense there, swings it back very high and deep 3, and comes up empty with anything. Stevens will inbound to Knowles. Coach Gary calls the play from there. And Knowles looks to operate with this play. The ball goes to Blaze. Blaze with a good seam to the basket. Back to Knowles. Knowles goes by Vigneault's screen, gets a good look at the basket. Ball is up, fought for, and there's a scrap for the ball there. Missed. Oop. Ooh, that looked like a foul on the far side as well. Wow, Spartans not the beneficiary of any home cooking with the officiating calls here today. It's an unfortunate turn of events, but not much to do about it. Turnover called there. I'm not sure if they called a backcourt violation. I'm not sure what the alternating call position was there. In any event, it will be Beek to inbound. It'll be Beek to inbound to Knowles. Stevens sets the screen. Knowles looks to take it, gives it to Beek. Beek tries to work out of a jam. She does. Back to Knowles, reverses the ball there. Ball goes, oops. Errant pass to the post there. East Longmeadow will extend pressure. At this point, extend the full court pressure that they've got there. Yep, contain, trap the ball there. Trapping is done very well there. Straight up, good job, and the rebound goes to Knowles. The Spartans look to run. Knowles to Stevens. Stevens goes inside to Vigneault, who has to look right up at the basket. She does, and up and Holyoke whistled for being out of bounds after retrieving the ball after the scrum and the loose ball foul there. Ball goes through. Gosselin goes for Vigneault on the substitution there. Gosselin looks to swing around the corner. She does, gets to the basket, goes up and in. Spartans enjoy an 11-6 lead. Well done. East Longmeadow will extend man-to-man defense. A lot of pushing there in the high post. Let's see if we can watch that. Blaze closes out there, rims in and out for the Holyoke long-distance shot for three. Gosselin runs the break, goes long to Knowles. Knowles gets the handle. Oof, off of her foot, an unlucky dribble. Holyoke picks it up and then, oops, loses possession. Wisely played by Jill Stevens to let them make their own mistake. Gosselin goes coast to coast, misses the layup. 30 seconds remaining. The shot clock is off for the first quarter. Perimeter shot, another one that draws no iron from the Knights. 21.2 seconds remaining in the first. East Longmeadow ball with the Spartans holding a 5-point lead, 11-6. Knowles will bring the ball up in no hurry. The Spartans will play for the last shot. This is normally where I would engage my partner, broadcast partner, Jeff McKechnie, and how many possessions we'd have, but Jeff unable to be with us for work today, so I'd like to thank him for being a terrific partner this season for the broadcasts. Spartans do hold for the last shot and miss long. After one quarter, 11-6, East Longmeadow in the lead. So after a quick first quarter, East Longmeadow goes into the second with an 11-6 lead. I'll have to see if they can maintain that good effort and keep it up going into second quarter action. Reset the action. The Spartans will send Gosselin, Butler, Clark, Marino, and Gosselin to the floor. I think the original starting five, Stevens as well, right? The original starting five there. Holyoke looks to dribble around the perimeter to see what they might be able to find. Ball is held there by Perez, I believe, and it will be inbounded here by Kylie Biah. We'll see how that goes. Goes back to Perez as she dribbles there, trying to maintain some control for the Knights. Ball goes wide to the outside to Lachey. Lachelle goes to Biah there. Goes back out, and the ball is scored on the 3 by Guzman. 11-9, a 2-point game as the Spartans come over midcourt to begin the second quarter. Ball goes up from Gosselin, just off the front rim. Blaha goes high. That was a carry, uncalled, as Perez now continues to work going on there. Perez looks to see if she can work on Marino. Marino plays good defense, good help from Butler. Ball goes up and over. Nice rebounding help from Brielle Clark. Clark and Marino look to help up. Almodovar after that one, and it'll be out of bounds on the Knights. East Long Meadow will indicate. So we've got East Long Meadow bringing the ball over. Going through, the East Long Meadow will turn the ball over on possessions, leading 11-9. We'll go from there as Perez will look to bring the ball up and through. East Long Meadow extends man-to-man defense. Tries to keep Perez isolated on the corner. Ball goes outside again to Almodovar. Good. Rebounded by Butler. Butler looks to push the pace. She does. Stop and go. Ball goes out from her to Marino. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Kenna gets a nice rip around the corner. Contact, no basket. Ball is out of bounds off Holyoke, and the Knights will make their way back down the floor. Last couple of games on the docket here for the Lady Spartans this season. It will be here at our last home game of the season. Holyoke tonight, and then we're on the road at East Hampton tomorrow to wrap up the 2024-2025 basketball season. That looked like a travel, and indeed it is a travel. So the Spartans looking to end on a high note at home here, trying to get another victory, and seeing if they can add that to their record for the season. Spartans leading 11-9. Marino breaks midcourt, hands the ball off to Gosselin, looks to go to the top, then goes back to the baseline, takes it right into and through the contact. Almodovar got the worst of that collision, although she was not set and stationary, so the call was correct to call her for a defensive foul. She'll take a seat and be replaced by Evangeline Cawley, number 4. Perez rotates off the line, and we'll go from there. Gosselin goes to the line, shooting 2. Emma makes the first one. She's been such a consistently good free throw shooter this season. Spartans certainly owe a lot of their success in games where they've been successful to Emma's terrific performance from the line. And Gosselin makes the second as well. Ball inbounded as East Long Meadow extends pressure, about 3/4 court zone pressure. Look to close and freeze there. Ball goes rotated outside, up and long. Brielle Clark on the chase, fights for that rebound. Just comes up a little short for that, but well done and well fought for. Brielle scraps for another one. Real toughness and a real gritty sense of going after that ball. Nice job. Ball is, possession is wrested by Holyoke. Perez goes up and over for the three-pointer and closes the East Long Meadow lead to 1 in a 13-12 game. Ball goes back to Clark. Clark looks to operate just outside the arc. We go Clark to Butler. And the call there is double dribble. I believe the referees work to get together, see what they can find out. Looks like we're going to get a wholesale substitution. 5 in for the Spartans, 5 out. Coming onto the floor, looks like Reed is none the worse for wear for her previous injury. She's back on the floor. We'll have 5 more coming in. Ball goes long to Perez. Defended there by Reed, but the basket is good. Holyoke retakes the lead 14-13. in back and forth action here in the second quarter. Ball goes to the corner for Blaze. Oof, rattles just out after it looked a good look at the basket. Good East Long Meadow pressure in the corner. Holyoke coach did not like the look that she had, so she calls the timeout. With 4 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the second quarter, the visiting Holyoke Knights enjoy a 1-point lead, 14-13. All right, so the Spartans retake the floor. The Knights will try to have regrouped. They did not like the pressure look that East Long Meadow was applying. Coach wanted to see if she could do something to remedy that. And East Long Meadow, again, extends about three-quarter pressure going forward. Rebounded there by Reed. Reed goes up and over. Takes the good look. Sees a cutting Vigno at the top of the key. Vigno resets to Knowles there. And the offense looks to set. Knowles works around the perimeter. Finds Beek flashing. Beek finds a seam. And she's hit before she can go up. East Long Meadow inbounds. Knowles works on the near side, brings it up to the top of the arc, goes to Beek. Beek gets Blaha to jump, takes the ball to the basket, interior pass to Emerson Vigno, and she's fouled in the act of shooting. Nice pass from Beek. Good ready hands in the post from Vigno. She'll go to the line, shooting 2. Vigno's first is up and off the back iron. And Emerson Vigno looks to make the second. Ball is up, and it's back rimmed. The second one is wrong. East Long Meadow locks in the pressure there, tries to lock it down. Perez will be shut off up top by Knowles. And Perez gets all the way to the basket. No basket as well, but it stays here for East Long Meadow. Coach Gary not pleased with that call. East Long Meadow maintains their defensive assignments. Ball goes to Blaha, who misses the 3, and it goes up and over the top to Knowles. East Long Meadow extends pressure once again. So you just sort of try to lock that off and see if you can freeze or trap that ball in the backcourt. Only about 4 seconds to get it over midcourt, and they do. Nice help from Blaze. Well defended by both Reed and Blaze on that one. Well done. Well done. Ball will be looked to be inbounded. Holyoke cannot find anything, has to go very long and deep to Blaha. Nothing doing there. Fought for, rebounded there. Spartans cannot give up this number of rebounds. Half the rebound. Cannot give up that number of rebounds. Half the rebound the ball. Holyoke extends its lead to 16-13. Ball is operated at the point by Beek. Knowles looks to see what she has on the far side. Looks for a high post pass. Gives it to Grace Blaze, who gets a walk, works a double screen, and is then fouled on her way to the basket. Well done.
Slap her hands away. Slap her hands away. Get a hand check. Just slap it.
Substitutions readying for East Long Meadow. Looks like Gosselin and Stevens will be ready to check back in. Blaze goes up for the first and converts the first basket. It'll be Stevens and Gosselin replacing Vigno and Reed in that one. Grace Blaze will step to the line for her second. And it's just off the back iron. Maya Knowles tracks down the rebound where she's fouled. Gosselin looks to go to the basket. And there's perhaps a tie-up. Holyoke stuck in the backcourt. That's a travel. Indeed a travel. When you pick up your back foot like that, Absolutely. Good defensive positioning. Beek looks to inbound. The ball goes long to Stevens, where she's got it. Yep, she's able to work and go through. Stevens takes the ball strong to the basket, coast to coast, and it's off a Holyoke defender there. Spartans going to have to look to re-spark some of their offensive prowess from earlier. See what they can find. Oof. Stevens absolutely drilled under the basket. Go in for 2 shots there. Good inbounding pass. Spartans are going to have to look to see if they can recapture some of the offensive spark they had earlier on. Stevens goes to the line for 2. And misses the first. Have a Spartan substitution. Grace Blaze coming off. Kenna Marino coming on. Jill Stevens up and oof. In and out on that one. Good pressure there against Perez. Doubled by both Stevens and Marino. She sheds the pressure. Goes outside for the 3. Oops. Gosselin tied up momentarily, but she's able to win the ball and pull it loose. Operates at midcourt. Goes there to Knowles. Knowles goes to the far corner. Stuck with there. Was able to get the ball back out to Stevens. She swings it all the way around to Gosselin. Gosselin finds the seam to take it to the basket. And we've got a tie ball game, 16-16, with 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Somehow, Holyoke got loose. Looked as if number 22, Genesis Rivera, was able to beat the defensive pressure somehow, unmarked. But unfortunately for the Spartans, did not turn into a basket. High screen from Stevens for Gosselin. Goes back to her. Now the ball goes to Knowles. Knowles to Stevens. She also sends the screen. That's a foul against Holyoke. 21 pushing through that screen, absolutely. On Blaha on that one. Five fouls against Holyoke. That should be a shooting foul in the bonus as the 5th foul of the quarter. Knowles front rim is the first. Oof. Just a bit short in the second as well, but the rebound goes to Emma Gosselin. Finds that spot in the middle, gets her own rebound, fights for it, knocked around, and Holyoke comes away with it to mount a charge with about 1 minute remaining in the first half. Perez looks to operate against Marino, who shuts her off there. Knowles. Ball goes to the outside. Perez goes up for 3, off the rim. Fought for. Stevens had a hand on it, but it controlled by Holyoke. Perez looks for the 3 again. That time it's good. 19-16. 41 seconds remaining in the half. East Long Meadow could go quickly and try to go 2 for 1 here, but maybe they'll hold for the good shot. A lot of contact. Gosselin somehow manages, pinball style, to knock that ball in, cutting the Knights' lead to 1 point, 19-18. Holyoke brings it down with 20 seconds remaining in the half. Call goes out for defense by the Spartans. Holyoke looks content to hold for the last shot of the half. Ball's held and frozen there. Goes to Perez, who gets a good clean look at the end of the half. Can't let her get that clean a look. That's very, very well done. As we go to the half, Spartans trail after giving up 2 consecutive 3-point baskets to Perez. They trail 22-18. All right, and we are back for second half action. East Long Meadow against Holyoke. East Long Meadow trailing by 4, 22-18, but that's quickly cut to 2 as Gosselin takes the ball right to the paint. scores on the first possession for East Long Meadow coming out of halftime. East Long Meadow will pick up man-to-man. So we've got a starting lineup here of Marino, Blaze, Gosselin, Stevens, and Beek. Ball goes outside for a 3 for Holyoke. Nothing doing. Blaze rebounds. She has Blaha coming behind. Looks to Beek in transition. Caitlin goes back out to Grace. Grace finds Emma Gosselin at the top. Nice ball fake. Goes to the basket. Ball fake by Beek, who shoots the floater. Little long. Nice hustle by Gosselin. Ball is controlled there by Holyoke, and they'll come up with Perez leading the attack. Oops. Marino there to close that off. Tries to limit the damage there as the ball goes outside again on a rotating screen to Almodovar. And there'll be a substitution. Blaze coming off and Kendall Reed going on. Ball goes back outside. Up and over, fought for there, and Stevens comes out. She leads the break, takes the ball all the way to the basket, just misses off the backboard and iron. Marino and Stevens look to close there. Almodovar is able to then get the ball back to Colley. Colley goes to Perez, who shoots a very deep 3 off the front rim. Blaha with a good rebound, goes up and in for the basket. 24-20, Holyoke pushes its lead back to 4 early on here in the third quarter. Gosselin screens for Marino. Marino is then doubled there. The ball goes back out nicely, reversed to Stevens. Back rims the 3, but gets her own rebound. Takes it all the way to the basket, strong and up and over. Ball will stay with East Long Meadow. Good job, Stevens, to follow her shot and take it all the way into the basket. If they're going to continue to switch and double like that, East Long Meadow is going to have to hit some of those perimeter shots to try to make them pay for not fighting over that screen and doubling the ball as it goes through. You reverse the ball back and try to make them pay with that shot from the perimeter. Nice fake by Gosselin. Takes it to the basket where she's fouled by Blaha. It's at least 2 for her. It might be her 3rd. And it could be her 3rd as I see a substitution preparing to come in. Number 23, Sally Peralta. I would imagine that'll be a substitution for Blaha if I had to guess. And that is, in fact, the substitution that Holyoke makes. Gosselin misses the first, looks to make the back end of the 2-shot free throw situation. And Gosselin's true on the second. 24-21. Spartans trailing by 3. That was a travel in the backcourt, not called. Gosselin caught in a tough spot defensively, ends up with the bumping foul along the sideline. To 1 foul each for both teams here in the third quarter. Holyoke inbounds on the far sideline. Has a hard time finding anything, lets it run, goes all the way down to East Long Meadow. No touch, don't touch anyone. It'll go to the sideline back where it was inbounded. No touch for anyone. Holyoke extends its own pressure. But it'll really be, well, maybe not so much pressure, picking up at midcourt as Beek has the chance to come over midcourt and run the point. She looks to go to Gosselin at the high point arc. Gosselin operates there, looks for a backdoor cutter, doesn't find one. Stevens gets it, turns and fires. Beek with the rebound. Excuse me. Ball goes back out to Beek, just off the front rim. Fought for, rebounded by Holyoke, but stolen by Beek. She creates good chaos and havoc, and East Long Meadow wins that ball back. Terrific hustle by Caitlin Beek. Oh, wait, now we've got a reversal on that call. Who changed it and didn't see it? Referee explains the call to Coach Gary. Perez will look to bring the ball up against East Long Meadow's man-to-man defense. Perez will operate on Marino there. It's doubled by Marino and Blaze. You can't call that Can't call the hand check on one side and not on the other side. Can't call the hand check on one side and not call the hand check on the other. That's crazy. You can't call that hand. Can't call the hand check on one side of the ball and not call the hand check on the other. That's a very, very frustrating call when that lacks the consistency. Marino gets it through, and the ball is thrown out by Holyoke. The East Long Meadow ball. East Long Meadow will inbound at midcourt on the far side. Marino finds Gosselin, who turns to go baseline. Nicely defended and recovered there. Goes back out to Beek, who gets them to bite on the fake from the perimeter. Takes the nice runner to the middle. Just misses, and she'll be shooting 2. Beek makes the first of the 2 free throws. And Beek makes the second as well. 1-point game, Holyoke leads 24-23 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Almodovar looks to the top, goes over to Guzman. Guzman goes to Perez, pulls up with the jump stop. No basket, gets her own rebound. Spartans not doing a terrific job there rebounding, trying to come up with a defensive rebound. If you allow them multiple shots, bad things happen. Perez goes to the line, shooting 2. First one is up and high off the back iron, no basket. Holyoke will come with 3 substitutions of their own. Blaha back into the game, along with Rivera and Torres, if I'm not mistaken. Second shot for Perez, short. Rebounded by Jill Stevens, fought for there by Almodovar, but Jill pulls it away. Marino will set coming up. East Long Meadow looks to run the offense. The runner from Marino, rebounded by Gosselin, turns, reverses direction, back up, no basket. It remains a 1-point game with just under 4 minutes left in the third. Blaha goes from 3. It's high up and off the back of the back iron. Kenna looks to operate there against Rivera defending along the perimeter. Spartans could benefit from some more motion there. And that shot does not draw iron. Maya Knowles in, Kenna Marino out. Almodovar comes up as Holyoke coach calls for the play Yukon to be run. Goes back outside, reversed to Rivera. Rivera tries to get the ball back up top to Almodovar, back to Perez. Perez calls for the screen. Nope, she waves it off from Blaha, goes for the long distance 3 and hits it. That was well defended by Jill Stevens. That's just a good shot from Perez there. Spartans trail 27-23 with 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. A nice interior bounce pass from Knowles. They collapse on Gosselin. That's the shot we have to hit. That inside out, we've got to be able to hit that inside out. Grace Blaze goes all the way back, looks for an old-fashioned 3-point play. Takes the ball all the way in, fouled on that contact. Way to take it strong through the contact, back to the rim. Blaze looks to make it a 1-point game with the conversion of this free throw. Nothing doing. Nicely rebounded by Jill Stevens, who's then foul or a travel, one or the other. Nope, Holyoke comes out after that. Perez with another shot from distance. Can't let her get on track. Misses, rebounded by Blaze. She outlets to Gosselin. Blaha with a reach-in foul, not called. That's a shot we've got to hit. I've said it before. Got to hit that shot. In order to preserve the possession, East Long Meadow will call the timeout with 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in the third. It's the Holyoke Knights 27 and the East Long Meadow Spartans 25. Okay, East Long Meadow comes out of the timeout, trailing by 2, 27-25. They'll be inbounding on the baseline. East Long Meadow sets the play. Knowles looks to inbound, and it goes far corner to Goslin. Goslin defended there by Perez, nicely defended. Emma looking for help. She gets it out to Grace Blaze at the top of the three-point arc. Goes back on a motion play there to Goslin, bounces it off the defender. Reset and get a good look. Goes out to Knowles, who will reset the offense and try for something else. 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Knowles looks to operate there, drops it off to Goslin. Shoots three, back iron. East Long Meadow will get a new 35. Grace Blaze goes in, a lot of contact. No call. Knowles fights for the rebound, wins it back. Coach asks for Jill to pull it back out, utilize the shot clock, and reset the play. Screen on the ball by Knowles. Goes outside to Goslin, and a pushing foul there. Good job there by the Spartans to scrap to maintain that possession. Well done. I'm not sure why it's a shooting foul. I don't think it is. I don't think that was a shooting foul. I don't think this will... Fourth, so the ball goes underneath. Not a shooting foul. Only the fourth. So since that foul was on the floor before the shot, the Spartans will not be shooting. That's only Holyoke's fourth foul of the third quarter. Once we go to 5 or more, it goes... Yes, Beek looks to get the ball in. She does. Three-point arc to Goslin. Takes it again through a lot of contact. Ball stays here. East Long Meadow will inbound with 30 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Caitlin Beek looks for someone to cut loose and get open. Goes long to Grace Blaze. Takes it into the paint. Again through contact. That is not only the fifth foul, but it's also a shooting foul, meaning she'll be going to the line for 2 shots. Good strong take to the basket. Fighting through contact, getting all the way to the rim. Grace Blaze shooting 2. And Blaze cans the first. 27-26, Holyoke up by 1. Kendall Reed on, and Emma Goslin off for a break. Blaze the second shot up, and it's good. We've got a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen, with just about a minute and a half left in the third quarter. We've had a good one back and forth all afternoon long here as the Knights look to see if they can catch something going in the last minute. Perez finds the seam, gets the basket, good help defense. Foul called there on Knowles with the body against Perez, who will have a chance to break the tie, shooting 2. First one for Perez is up and good. Kenna Marino checks in for Caitlin Beek, and Emma Goslin checks in for Jill Stevens. Perez readies for her second. The line, and it's up and good. Makes them both, so Holyoke's ahead 29-27. Little miscommunication on the inbounds pass, but no harm, no foul. East Long Meadow recovers. Marino gets the ball over to Knowles on an unforced error. Beek comes back in for Marino. Holyoke difficulty inbounding the ball in front of their own bench. They are able to get it in and get the ball back. 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the third. Holyoke up 29-27. Has not been a high-scoring affair here today. And I think the next team, oof, beautiful ball fake, gets to the basket. Perez, a lot of contact and no call. Knowles comes up with it, moves over midcourt. We go under the 1 minute mark remaining in the third. Gosselin squares up from three, in and out. Caitlin Beek goes all the way in for the rebound and the basket. That is good hard work for Caitlin Beek. Terrific job. We said this in the last game when Jeff and I were doing this together. Caitlin Beek works so hard and rebounds really, really well for a guard. Good work. Holyoke with just about a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, but Perez does not work it down for the last one. Shoots the miss. I'm not sure that was necessarily the plan. Might have wanted to hold that for one shot. Score is tied 29-29 with 18 seconds. Now the Spartans, you would think, would hold for one here and play for the last shot of the quarter. Gosselin offers the screen to Knowles. Knowles goes back to Gosselin's with 8 seconds left. Emma goes to the basket. Grace Blaze, you got to get a shot up. Yes, get it up. Well done, rotated to Blaze. Yes, well done. We've waited to see that rotation from the Spartans all year long on a final possession. Masterfully done. Good ball rotation, good ball movement. And as we go to the fourth on that buzzer-beating three to end the third, East Long Meadow is ahead 32-29. Okay, here we are back for the final 8 minutes. A very close game on the strength of the three-point basket that just went in as time expired to end the third. East Long Meadow is ahead 32-29. It'll be Reed, Blaze, Knowles, Beek, and Gosselin to start the fourth quarter as Holyoke. Hand check reaching in, foul up top on Reed. Again, that's been a hard call to pick tonight. Sometimes it's a foul, sometimes it's not. Blaha looks to inbound on the far sideline for Holyoke, goes into the backcourt to Perez. Perez will be guarded there by Gosselin. Gosselin stays with her. Ball's dead up top. Goes a big pass up and over the top. Looked like it might have been a shifting of the feet. Ball goes there to Colley. Colley goes to Blaha. Good inbounds pass, good interior pass rather to Perez. Does the step back three. Nope, nothing doing, but you have to get those rebounds. Colley goes in and gets that rebound back into the post. Oh, and then touched by East Long Meadow at the last second. East Long Meadow's going to have to try to limit those second shot opportunities for Holyoke in the final quarter here if they want to really drill down and lock this up. Nicely defended by Blaze and Knowles. 29 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time as Colley looks to inbound for the Knights. Can't find anything she likes. The ball goes all the way back to Blaha, who squares up for a long three. Long rebound off the back rim. And Reed pivots into pressure with Blaha there. Jump ball is called. East Long Meadow gets possession on the alternating possession arrow there. No pressure from the Knights. They'll pick up at midcourt as Knowles brings it up, looking for her instructions as she goes forward. Reed places a high screen. Ball gets flipped to Blaze, who gives the ball back to Gosselin. Ball stays with East Long Meadow. On the play. Stevens checks in for Reed. Beek inbounds to Knowles, the all-freshman backcourt. Knowles looks to cross her over. Can't get the look she wants. Grace Blaze looks to go to penetrate. Pulls it back. Knowles will hand it. Something must have happened. That couldn't have been a 35-second shot clock violation. I don't think that was a shot clock violation. I know that the shot clock went off, but I don't think that was a 35-second shot clock violation. I don't know if the shot clock was reset on the inbounds. I'm not sure what happened there. We'll have to wait and find out. I'm not sure what happened. We'll have to wait and see what the officials come up with for a decision. So both coaches take this opportunity to use this as a free timeout. 6 minutes and 38 seconds left. No score yet in the fourth quarter. It remains 32. No change of possession. Shot clock did not reset. So the shot clock violation is in fact a call. I didn't see it coming, and I don't think any of the players did either. Holyoke brings it up trailing by 3 points, 32-29. Jill Stevens will take Perez at the top of the key. Perez looks to go there to Almodovar. Shoots the three, doesn't get it. It's a long rebound, well boxed out. Perez comes up 5, that's short as well. And that one runs long. Good job boxing down. We've got Marino in for Blaze. If the Spartans could convert a couple of these possessions, if you scored on the next 2 possessions consecutively, and you could stretch this to a 7-point lead, 8-point lead, you'd be feeling very good about going into the final 5 minutes or so of the game. Stutter step from Knowles at the top. She goes there to Gosselin. Gosselin goes back to Knowles, looks at the three, a good look at the basket, up and off the rim. Terrific three from Maya Knowles. 35-29, East Long Meadow ahead by 6. 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. Holyoke brings the ball up with a slow and methodical pace rather. Ball is shifter, the switch goes there. Gosselin onto Perez. Gosselin looks to dribble out of pressure, she does. No hurry for the Spartans, no hurry, very well done. Wisely pulled back out for Marino. Marino goes to Gosselin up at the top of the arc. She takes it to the basket, definitely contact, no call. And the ball batted around, East Long Meadow wins it back. Turnabout is fair play. Ball probably came back to the right place on a missed foul call inside. A lot of battling in that post spot between Stevens and Blaha. See if the referees watch that away from the ball. It's getting quite physical there. And Beek goes up for the floater, and she hits it. Well done. 37-29, exactly what we had asked for, just under the 5-minute mark. East Long Meadow starts to pull away. Perez with the behind-the-back dribble, but she's unable to get by Stevens, who shows good defensive integrity and stays home on it. Nicely jumped on the passing lane route by Caitlin Beek. Well done. Good defense. Good disciplined defense by the Spartans. Very well done. With 4 minutes and 35 seconds left, the Holyoke Knights call a timeout, watching things slip away as East Long Meadow enjoys a 37-29 advantage. All right, both teams break the huddle for the timeout as we're into the home stretch here. East Long Meadow looks to inbound. I would imagine Holyoke would extend some pressure. The Holyoke coach not happy that this is not what she called for or asked for coming out of the timeout. I think she was expecting more pressure. Did not get the look she wanted. Good screen there by Knowles as Marino works to see what she has got. They look for Stevens in the post, defended there by Blaha. Again, a lot of hand fighting there in that particular battle. Goes to Knowles again. Knowles finds Marino, step back three. Oof, that was halfway down. Unlucky for Kenna. That was a good shot, good look, just didn't drop all the way. Perez is isolated against Stevens. She's got the lane if she wants it. Screen there by Blaha, switch over by Gosselin. A moving screen all the way through the lane as Blaha ran Stevens all the way down, not allowing her to pick up on defense. Another timeout, 3 minutes and 51 seconds remaining. East Long Meadow 37, Holyoke 29. Spartans break the huddle, find their space. They're going to inbound. Length of the floor to go. Holyoke extends what looks like 2-1-2 pressure, and it will be Caitlin Beek inbounding to see what the Spartans have in store to break that pressure. Ball goes into Gosselin. Gosselin dribbles through. She's got Knowles. She's also got Beek middle. Very good. Nicely done by the Spartans there. Marino with Blaha up high on her. That's going to give you a mismatch inside somewhere. They could get it to Emma. Nope. Ball goes back out to Knowles. Reset at the top for Marino. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Goes back to Back to Marino, who beats the shot clock violation. Nicely rebounded by Stevens. Dribbled off of a shoe there. Goes back out to Knowles. Up and over. Perez looks to break the pressure. Goes back through all the way. Stevens picks her up there. Gives her no opportunity to get into the paint. Well defended. Nicely sliding there. That's just good work. That's good defensive work. It's a tough call. Hard to determine what the fouls are today, as there seems to be little consistency from one end of the floor to the other on what gets called and what does not. First one missed by Almodovar for that one. Substitutions made here and a readjustment of pulling people off the line. I'm not sure why you'd pull your two biggest rebounders off the line here if you were Holyoke. It's an odd choice with 3 minutes remaining in the game. But in any event, that's what coach seems to want. And Gosselin, with no one really to contest her, pulls in an easy rebound since Holyoke's two biggest players on the floor were at the other end of the floor on that one. Strange decision. Ball goes to Gosselin there. A lot of scrambling defense. The Knights are going to have to really put up some defensive intensity and pressure, ratchet that up to see if they want to get some turnovers in the final 2 minutes and 47 seconds, trailing by 8. Spartans will be content to work the clock, play for a good shot, and not be in any hurry. They continue to work the perimeter, as they should. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Now they'll look to go. Caitlin Beek with a good ball screen. Ball goes up high at the top of the arc to Jill Stevens. Back to Marino. Marino goes to Gosselin, gets to the basket. Excellent. Gets the ball up and on the own. Fought for after the fact, and not sure if that's a Gosselin foul inside or not. I have to wait and see. Holyoke will look to inbound, go the length of the floor. The Spartans will pick up at midcourt, still ahead 37-29. Perez brings it up with an awfully relaxed pace for a team that needs to make up an 8-point deficit in the final 2 minutes and change of the ball game here. You'd think there'd be a little bit more urgency out of the Holyoke offense, but maybe I'm wrong. Perez dribbles into a double team, stolen by Marino, who will be, again, very deliberate and very methodical as East Long Meadow runs the offense. No hurry. Yes, ball goes inside to Stevens. Holyoke calls a timeout. 1 minute and 48 seconds remaining in the fourth. 37-29, Spartan advantage. As we get ready for the end of the game here, for our last broadcast for the girls basketball team this season, some thank yous that should probably be issued. We'd like to thank everybody at LCAT who works so hard to come out and run these shoots and set up the cameras and get the mics going and have the people here, and then the editors and all the people that do the good work at LCAT. We appreciate all the great work they do. Not every town has something like this, and as I mentioned earlier, I certainly am appreciative for the terrific friendship and camaraderie and good times provided for by my broadcasting partner, Jeff McKechnie, for the season. And of course, the biggest shout out goes to the girls themselves, the student athletes, of whom we are so proud here at East Long Meadow. Okay, with those thank yous out of the way, Beek dribbles. East Long Meadow holds with 23 seconds remaining on the shot clock. They'll want to use the whole time. This is not a good formula for success for Holyoke. They are behind by too much to not force the issue here. If you were going to foul, you should have fouled very early in the shot clock. Don't foul and bail them out now if you're Holyoke. Beek goes up. Foul on the floor. Ugh, that is a killer foul if you're Holyoke. You let them use the whole shot clock. You fouled with about 4 seconds left, and now you're going to reset it and give them a new 35. If you were going to make that foul, you should have made it early on. Holyoke called for an intentional foul. Blaha called for an intentional. So since it's an intentional, the coach gets to pick the shooter. Emma Gosselin will shoot the free throw. So this will be a shot. Oh, sorry, nope. The first one will get a shot on the foul by Knowles first, and then Gosselin from there. And East Long Meadow will retain possession after the foul. So, sorry, 2 shots in the ball for East Long Meadow on the intention. Knowles makes the first. And she rattles home the second as well. With 1:16 left, that extends the Spartan lead to 10 points and the ball. You've got to feel pretty good about the spot that the Spartans are in right here, looking to go out victorious in their final home game of the season. Marino will inbound in front of the East Long Meadow bench. And admonitions will be given to the Holyoke defenders not to break the plane. Ball goes there to Stevens. She'll be in no big rush. We'll hold it as it goes to Stevens, or it goes to Gosselin rather. Still not a shooting foul, so it'll be inbounded again for Holyoke, or for East Long Meadow rather. That's only 4 fouls in the quarter on Holyoke, so East Long Meadow doesn't go to the line until the next foul. I would imagine Holyoke will foul again, although a 10-point deficit with a minute left may not be worth it to foul either. You may just concede the game. Yep, just hold it. Yep, just hold it. Beek will work the perimeter. Goes back to Marino. 15 remaining on the shot clock. She'll use all of it. Stevens takes the look. Rebounded there by Gosselin. Fouled there. And it's academic at this point. With 42.1 seconds left in the game and a 10-point lead, East Long Meadow will be victorious in their home finale against the Holyoke Knights. Good team effort here. A number of Spartans getting into the action tonight. Good work to beat an inspired Holyoke team came out here. Gosselin makes the first, 40-29, 11-point advantage with, as I mentioned, 42.1 seconds remaining. Back rim for Gosselin, gathered by Almodovar, who will try to push the pace here. The Spartans will look not to foul, let them just go. Oh, exactly what you didn't want. You don't want to stop the clock and make life easy for them. Holyoke makes the first. And Almodovar looks to go in. Shoots her second, squares up for it. Misses. Held there. Marino brings it down. Fouled there against the line. Ball goes to Knowles. Knowles will dribble it out for the final 20 seconds. Shot clock is off. Ball goes out of bounds. Waiting on the call. Marino goes up for back rim as the first one. Skillful soccer trap on that last one. 4 on and 4 off for the Spartans. A hand for Gosselin, Stevens, and Knowles as they come on, or they come off. Brielle Clark will wait to go on for the shooter. Drained by Marino, and Clark will come on for Marino as well. Final 19.2 seconds. East Long Meadow leads by 11, 41-30. Ball comes up for Perez, tries to find a way to the basket. Brielle stays in front of her. She goes up and off the glass. Vigno and no. Got to make a smarter inbound pass than that. Perez with the last shot. Nope, doesn't get it off. Well, for the final time this season for girls basketball, thank you very much for having us in. The East Long Meadow Spartans are victorious 41-32. Take care, everyone.